up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be getting into a little bit of what I like to call none other than girl talk. I want this to be a segment on my channel because people don't talk a lot about how hard growing into womanhood. I don't see enough of people talking about that. Other women, like I feel like everything is so dominated by all these male opinions that are pushed from so many like wrong directions, and I just want to like share my experiences with y'all and my opinion and hopefully uncover some fucking some not truths. I'm gonna not call them lies, but I'm gonna say some not truths, some stories, some fables about womanhood, pretty much. So with that being said, we're gonna get into the video. So for this video, I did a Q&A on my Instagram, which I will link in the description below, and I'm gonna leave my ad down there. Go follow me on there. So like I said, I did a Q&A on my Instagram, and I'm gonna just read some of the questions that I got. So my first one was, oh my gosh, this would have been my first one. This is a really hard question to answer. Actually, it's not, because I'm gonna sum it up real easy. It says, why do some girls have really bad vaginal odors? So, pretty much, a lot of people don't understand, like, feminine hygiene is not smelling like roses and flowers every day. That's not what a vagina is supposed to smell like. That's how it ends up smelling, like a really bad odor. All right, take care of her. She's very sensitive. People's vaginas can be, women parts can be sensitive to fragrances, to clothing, to certain soaps, to tightness of clothing, to certain fabrics. Like, they're so sensitive. And I say, like, learn your body, learn what works for your body, and don't be out here trying to impress nobody, spraying perfume all of her and all of that. Don't do that, okay? The only places you need to use soap is on the outside. She cleans herself on the inside. We're not putting anything up there other than lukewarm water, and that's it. Everything else she's going to take care of herself, okay? This is what she was made to do. Step back and let her do her thing. Any type of like extra sensitivity or anything like that, I do definitely recommend going to see a specialist and learning what works for your body, because everything does not work for everybody. Some people like use really, high-end vaginal, products and things like that. And for some other women, those bring out worse odors or, throw off your pH balance more. And that's just, we don't want that. That's not what we want. We want her to be healthy. We want her to be taken care of, because when she's taken care of, ladies, y'all are taken care of. And as for men, be careful about the things that you do to her, okay? Because y'all can definitely throw off that smell too. Yeah, I said y'all can. Yeah, y'all do. All right, so our next question was, why do girls ruin happy homes? I feel like, do we really have to ask that question? Like, I got two answers for that, honestly. Number one, people go through things in their life. People are all brought up differently. Not everybody feels, like that's something bad. Like, and sometimes even with a lot of girls, if the shoe was on the other foot, you do it. We're just gonna keep it a buck. In some situation. In other situations, I feel like that might have been on him, sis, because you can't just break into a relationship unless the door was open. Somebody opened it. Somebody unlocked it at least. Like, that's not something that just happened. So I feel like if a girl's breaking up happy homes, was it a happy home? That needs to be That needs to be the first question. Before you go back to sis to say anything to her about it, make sure that he did everything in his power to prevent something like that happening. Other than that, make sure you're with somebody who is secure with themselves, who's secure with you, who's happy with you, who is fulfilling to you. Yeah. We're out here treating ourselves all 2019, making sure that we're good. We're not settling for anybody. That's not what we're doing. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay, you understand? Okay, so our next question was, why do girls pretend they don't have is high sex drives? Is me. I think my answer to this is going to be a very personal one. Just because, like, I get that. I think it's often girls become cautious of things like that because too early, a lot of times, like, too early in the relationship, like, those sexual conversations will be brought up. And some women are conscious because they want to filter out, you know, are you really here for me or are you really here for that? So it's not really like, it's a level of comfort at the moment. If you make a girl feel secure in herself with who she is and being around you and let her know that you actually care for her, she'll let you know. She'll let you know. My last question was feminine hygiene. What are some feminine hygiene tips? Personally, like I said, like, everybody's panda is different. Everybody's panda is different. Like, I can only give you what works for my body. Personally, she's very sensitive. I drink a lot of water. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of vegetables. Like, I eat pretty clean. I have had, like, allergic reactions to a lot of things that have been pretty scary. I tend to stay away from, I only use one soap. All I use is Dove for sensitive skin. Anything else breaks me out. I don't do douches or anything like that. If I ever feel like I need a cleanse, I'll do a bee steam, which is, you can go online and, like, purchase those, and it's just herbs that, you know, like, rebalance your pH, get her healthy. You just steam them, put them in a pot. They come with, like, a little pot thing, and put it until you sit there. It's a little bit weird, like, the first time you do it, but that's personally what I like to do. And then, or I feel like sometimes if your pH, you have to know what your body's regular, you know, cycles in itself are. So I feel like use trackers. Like, trackers are such a useful tool. Use trackers to find out, you know, what your body's going through, to be able to calculate things like that. Because sometimes you'll think something is wrong because you don't really know, like, that your body's actually on a consistent schedule and you're not updated with it. And I feel like my last tip is just don't do what everybody else does, like, because somebody tells you, oh, this is what you should be doing. Do what works best for her. And remember, like, all of y'all are beautiful. As women, we're all beautiful. Like, I really want this to become, like, a big thing on my channel, just because I really want to dive into, like, taboos. I want to have this serious talk because I don't feel like I had a lot of people sit down and talk to me, you know, in my life about womanhood. And I don't feel like just vaginas is, like, the biggest thing. Like, I know we talked about that a lot tonight, which is cool, but that's not, like, the biggest thing about womanhood. That's such a small, it's a large part about what makes us us, but it's such a small part about womanhood, pretty much. But alright, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the description box below if you want this to keep going on my channel. Peace.